about 10 minutes with you today, so I'm going to take you through a quick fire go-to market on how to make dumb banks smart. Now, of course, we're not here to say that banks are dumb. This is mainly talking about technology, right? That's what's really keeping us behind. So, in that vein, my name's Corne Dixon. I come from Backbase. We are a Dutch company focusing on omnichannel banking, customer experience, and our mission is to help banks become digital first. So I look after the Middle East and Africa, and in the region, I still see quite a lot of IT and business being separated. This does not cut it anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We need to work together. And this is something that we do all across the globe, as well as here regionally, and I'm happy to spend time with you at our booth. We're just outside and go in this in greater detail. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about jargon. So I'll give you a bit of time to reflect and to have a look through this wonderful little Dilbert. Dilbert is always a source of inspiration and also truth, I think, in a lot of matters. Now, like Asok here, I think we've all spent some time today talking about AI. AI, it's going to fix everything. It's going to fix everything in the bank. Big data is going to fix everything in the bank. And to an extent, that is true. As banks, we are a waterfall organization, right? We move slowly as a big tanker, and we want to become an agile organization. We're transitioning. But in that transition, we hit a roadblock. And that roadblock is execution. We have very smart ideas, but sometimes the execution, it doesn't always work. And I know this is going to hit a sore spot with some of you in the room, but I'm sorry, I'll have to continue. So, if you know Peter Drucker, you know he said a lot of very smart things. He also said some dumb things. But one thing he said is that the computer is a total moron. But you weren't expecting that. Now, the reason the computer is a total moron is because garbage in equals garbage out. As banks, you have a lot of data. Huh? You have data that e-commerce platforms would maybe kill you for. You know where customers live, you know how much they spend, you know who they spend with, you know a lot about them. So there was an interesting discussion on the panel before about data privacy and how we work in terms of analytics. I don't know if any of you know Smaug from Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, but basically to me, a bank is Smaug. Collects gold, collects data, and then basically does nothing with it. You're sleeping on a big pot of money. So, one of the reasons you're sleeping on a big pot of money is you can't do anything with it. That data is useless unless you can get it to the customer, unless you can get it to the channels where the customer can start deriving value and you deriving value from the customer. So, how do we actually get to smart execution? One, it's instead of saying we have all this data about loans, let's sell a little bit on the thing. Let's sell loans, let's sell cards, we made a new product, let's sell it. Newsflash, maybe the customer does not care about that 3 months program that you've put in place to develop a brand new product. What they care about is they've just got married. They want to go on holiday with their family. Their baby's born. What am I going to do? Everybody starts panicking at that moment, right? Unfortunately, a loved one has passed away. That's what they care about. So, how do we be there where it counts? If we take inspiration from the retail segment, some of you will know Target. Now, before AI, before machine learning, before big data, they took 3 very simple bits of information that they knew. The credit card number, the email address, and the full name of the person, combined with some shopping habits, what they buy. Why did they do this? They wanted to go for an unaddressable market, the baby on board market. Now imagine that. How many of you have kids? Quick raise of hands. Probably a few of you. How much have you probably spent over the years on diapers and food and everything like that, right? Lucrative market. Previously unattainable. Now with that 3 bit of information and what they spend, they were able to predict with around 80+% accuracy the week of the birth of the baby. Now imagine that if you could do that as banks. And I can tell you, you can, because you have the data. The key is what you do with it. It's how you move from a mass, one-size-fits-all kind of product offering to a really hyper-personalized, targeted offer that converts. So from us, a little plug about Backbase. We work with, for example, Discovery Bank in South Africa. Now, working with them, we've helped create behavioral banking. So, transitioning away from very siloed infrastructure, which we all have to contend with in this industry, to a clean horizontal architecture. So again, it doesn't matter what channel the customer comes on, because, surprise, Google doesn't really use channels, right? They don't have a head of omnichannel. They have a head of customer experience, or the head of the customer, right? Because they know that channel is dead. Omnichannel, I work for an omnichannel company, it's pretty dead. It's the customer touch point that matters. Next, you're slow. A lot of banks are slow, which is okay. Slow means stable. Slow means risk-free, right? But unfortunately, the world is not slow anymore, neither are your customers. So how do you adapt to what your customers are asking for? For us, technology, it's an enabler, and we provide a lot of these little tools. The other part is shielding your customer from complexity. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. No, completely gone. So this is a big, complex process. Imagine, I know some banks here in the region, we work with some. Becoming a customer, let's say of a bank in Oman, takes a lot of time, lots of paper. You have to shield the customer from that complexity because they won't become your customer. So we help banks with that transition as well. And the most important is one-size-fits-all banking. Now, this sucks. We need smart banking, how we actually target customers. Now, I know this is about APIs, and Backbase does a lot, but how you use your data and how you integrate third parties into any platform, whether it's us or anything else, is crucial. Now, if I think back to the Discovery Bank example, they are able, and please look them up, they are able to provide dynamic interest rates based on your behavior. Do you go to the gym? Fantastic. Then we'll pay for your gym membership. We'll also give you a better interest rate on any loans that you have with us. You don't go to the gym? Well, maybe you're not financially healthy. In that case, we'll up your interest rates whenever you want to take a loan from us. This is really thinking customer first. It's actually adding value to them. And you can only do this by working with the right, at least for me, experience platform, but most importantly, also having the right data set and the right partners to provide the right APIs. It's a lot of work. So for us, we try and speed this up as much as possible for you. Hopefully we can. Most of the time we can. If you want to have a look at what we do, we're outside. More than happy to do it. Essentially, I have a minute and a half. I've gone much faster than I was expecting to. I hope you managed to keep up. But in conclusion, I want to make dumb banks smart. And there's a lot of very smart people in the room. I think we can very much do this, but we can only do this together. Thank you.